Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Macedo is the best.
All right, let's keep it real, okay? I want to address about lying on the CV, okay? Do I actually encourage clients to lie on their CV, tell lies or bullshit on their CV? Number one, why or why not? And next one is, how do employers in the UAE take you for a ride? Okay, I'll address both these. Number one is lying on the CV. Let me ask you this, okay? Okay, a simple question. Let me ask you. In your office, are there people who gossip? I'm pretty sure there are people who gossip. Are there people who kiss ass? Pretty sure there are. Are there people who are lazy bums who don't do any work? Are there people who think no end of themselves? Are there people who are just troublemakers? Are there people who, they're just a waste of space, but they stay there? Okay, so I've given you so many different scenarios, okay? So many different kinds of personalities. People who are lazy, who gossip, who are average, who waste time. Okay, now, do you seriously think when these people apply for jobs, they're going to put on their CV, I waste time in the office, I gossip, I badmouth others, I'm good at kissing ass, I didn't achieve my monthly targets for 6 months? Do you seriously think that any of these guys or girls will put this on their resume? They will never. People always glorify themselves as God's gift to mankind. If a guy achieves 10, he'll put I achieved 100. It's not uncommon to see on the resumes guys, I'm just saying guys, but it's not uncommon on a resume that people put these incredible statements. They know project management, they know budgeting, they know logistics, they know HR, they'll put so many things, they'll tick so many boxes. But then when you ask them specifically, because when I rebrand resumes, I ask them, okay, you put project management. Explain to me what you did in terms of project management. What is the value of this project? What was the duration of this project? Were you the authorized signatory? What were the deliverables of this project? Who was the contractor? Who was the consultant, if there are there? Who is the person to verify the information presented here? When you ask them all these specific questions, and you come to realize whether they're talking nonsense or whether they're talking real. Okay, now let's say the guy is a manager in a company and he knows HR and he knows logistics. Okay, in a given day, how much can you actually do? Why is it in every company there's a different person for HR, there's a different person for accounts, there's a different person for logistics, there's a different person for sales, there's a different person for marketing? Why is it they don't have all these people into one? Because it's not possible. So the problem is, people, in order to stand out, simply put information on their CV, and most of them go through the internet and they just copy paste, or they go to some fucking company where a guy is earning $1,500 salary. His only job is to take your details, put it in a computer, there's a software, printout comes, and he gives it to you with all the vague terminologies. I can assure you this, most of the people who have gone through their resumes word for word don't know what the fuck is most of the sentences. In fact, when you ask them to explain each and every sentence, they completely get befuddled. So the question comes, do I encourage bluffing on the CV? Absolutely. But a bluff or a lie that you can deliver, you can carry, and not do it. What do I mean by that? Example. Let's say you achieved 1,000. Okay, you achieved 1,000 in terms of sales. Now, do I encourage putting, I achieved 10,000? No, don't be stupid. People are not, the people of the industry are not dumb fucks. You're not smarter than the owner of the company. Always remember, never assume you're smarter than the owner of the company. You know, I see these resumes where this guy achieved 4 billion, achieved 60 million in terms of sales, achieved 900, whatever the fuck you put. See, there are so many variables that go into this. For example, let's say I'm selling a brand like, let's say an Apple Watch. An Apple Watch with you or without you would sell. Toyota, with you or without you, a Toyota would sell. Okay? There are by default people who know. Rolls-Royce, with you or without you, the Rolls-Royce would sell. Now, that doesn't mean that you just leave the car in the showroom and it'll sell automatically. Obviously, there are the standard averages, how much a Toyota would sell. But beyond that is where your competence comes into play. So if, let's say, a showroom can sell 100 units, now they'll not give you 100 as a target. They'll be like 150 or 200 because they want over and beyond, because they need to cover your overheads also. They need to achieve their targets. And that is where incentives come and all that. So if you have done 1,000, should you exaggerate on the numbers? No. But you should add in terms of the value that you have provided. Maybe if to a few customers, but not all. But you can do that and you can prove it. This is just one example of how you should bluff on your CV. Don't overly exaggerate. And please, for goodness sake, do not put stuff which, you know, if a company has 20 departments, don't put all the 20. Oh, I know project management, I know HR, I know marketing, I know sales. Yeah, you fucking know everything. Yeah, then why the fuck is your company letting you go? How? See, here's the thing. In a standard 8 hours or 10 hours of office work, how can you do more than one particular task at a time, man? Meeting, just one meeting with a fucking customer, driving to the place, meeting the customer and coming back, itself it can take up to 3 hours. Then how the fuck do you say all these things? I find it so ridiculous, especially with idiots who put graphs and bars and pie charts and nice graphics. Fucking cartoonish. So do I lie on people's resume? Yes. Obviously, I know for a fact that people never mention that they are gossipy, that they're irritating, that they're ass kissers, that they're lazy, that some of them even like to watch porn. I'm not joking. They watch porn during office hours. I can't mention, oh yeah, he watches porn during office hours. Obviously, nobody's going to mention that. Nobody's going to mention, I lust for my boss's wife. So, everyone bullshits. So, if I have to make my client stand out with all the people who, anyway, they have only a fucking 4-inch dick, but then they start telling, I have an 8-inch penis. You know, I can't go around telling my client has only 4.5 inch. Fuck it. So obviously I cannot say he has 20 inches because I'll fucking make him a horse. So how do you lie? There's a skill. Experience comes into play. You need to know how. It's not wordplay, huh? By the way. It's not putting flowery words and wonderful adjectives. The employer is not fucking dumb. The words that you put, the message that you're trying to communicate has to be in balance with, number one, what you have done, Number two, what is the value added service that you can provide? Number three, keeping in mind other competitors who will apply for that same fucking job. Because the thing is, I deal with CVs every day. I can literally compare and contrast. Let's say a sales guy for an engineering company. I have contacts in the engineering company. I check with them. Okay, this guy has put only this. What is missing? What should be added? If one guy is selling 1 million, you can't suddenly put 2 million. Then when you join the company, the guy will be like, okay, you did 2 million. Good. Now your target should be 2.5 or 3 million. So where the guy's capacity was 1 million, he exaggerated by putting 2 million. Now he has to sell 3 million. How the fuck do you survive, man? You'll end up losing your job. So how do you actually lie? There is an art, there is experience, there is a mannerism of how to do it. And how I do it is I check with owners of companies, I check with decision makers, and I figure out, okay, this is the guy's CV. What do you think is missing? And they give the parameters. Okay, Loy, these are the areas by which we choose the candidate. So then I try to figure out, okay, have you done these things? If he has not done these things, okay, what have you done from these things? Okay, what can you do? And that is how you rephrase it in a way that makes people, okay, want to at least give you an opportunity to come for an interview. So, do I bullshit and lie on resumes? Yes, 100%. Because, see, end of the day, the client comes to me with an assignment. And the assignment is, Loy, I have to get a job. But for the job, I have to get an interview. So my goal is to ensure that the resume is made in such a way that the guy gets called for an interview. And after the interview, he knows what to answer. Because you can't go to the interview being like a dumb fuck, you know. You can't just rattle off everything that is on the CV. See, always keep in mind, the employer is smarter than you. He has years of experience. He is more successful than you because he knows the know-hows of the corporate world. Even the HR guy has seen every single person on the planet. They literally do it every single day. So you can't fool the HR person. So I sit down with the person and I tell them, okay, answer. How would you answer this question? This part of the CV, when they ask you to explain, how will you say it? Okay, how do you sell yourself? How do you market yourself? What do you say if the guy asks you a dumb fuck question like, give me your strengths and weaknesses? What is your answer there? So we go through every line and make sure that the person communicates what is required. But here's the last bit that nobody can help. Once after the resume is done and the person is, let's say, has given a good interview, okay, where the person gets, hey, my dog is going bananas. So once after the person gave a stellar, let's say, interview whereby you're given a job opportunity. Now, finally, the part comes to delivery. Delivery it's not in my hands. Your skill level, your ability to work. If you say you're great at sales, or you say you're good at engineering, I can't engineer for you. I can't sell for you. So this is the part which I want you to keep in mind is my job starts at the resume rebrand, okay? Positioning you in the best way possible, if not the right way possible, and ensuring that you get an interview. At the interview, if my services are taken, I make sure that they cruise and they give the proper answers. Step by step, every question, every answer is analyzed. And finally, the delivery. The delivery, when the actual contract comes, they sign, that's where my job ends. And then you have to work. So I've been successful in that area. I'm pretty glad about it. But then again, like I said, see how you can do it by yourself. So in answer to your question, do I lie? Absolutely. Do I bullshit? Yes. The reason for this is in a world filled with liars and cheaters and scammers and fraudsters, how do you survive, man? If you're honest, trust me, it's not going to help you. My open challenge to you, try. Be honest and see if it works. In the next video that I'll share, I'll tell you how employers lie to you. Alright? So let me know your questions down in the comments. Love to answer. Take care.